Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to my Reprogram Your Thinking channel. I would like for you to like and subscribe to this video. And today I wanted to talk about the baby situation and what he said at his Miami performance. The thing about that, we live in a society and a culture where we almost want to live freely and pretty much do what we want to do. The thing about that is we also want to make it a slippery slope. And I think that's what is so bad about this culture and our society today. Because on the one hand, we talk about freedom, we talk about liberation, but we also create movements where we start talking about inclusiveness, and we start talking and speaking about hurting people's feelings and offending people. We all want to live our truth. Now, what he spoke on homosexuality, in a sense, he's talked about the women and them smelling right, basically, and he talked about the HIV virus, and all of it was disrespectful. Don't get me wrong. Hear me when I say that. All of it was disrespectful. But here is the thing. HIV is not new. Women and men saying women need to smell good in a certain area, that's not new. The LGBTQ thing is new to everybody. And even when Benzino spoke on the Lil Nas X performance, he spoke to Mark Lamont Hill and said, this is new. And in a culture where our young kids are so impressionable and they're smart, and you have the internet and they can see so many different things. So even if we say, hey, just don't watch, hey, just don't pay attention to it, it's hard not to when it's in your face constantly. And yes, we need to educate ourselves. But it's new. It's new. And why is it that this new thing doesn't have to have any respect for people that become uncomfortable with the new thing? Like, it's okay to be, sexy as a woman. It's okay if you feel good about your body. No one is knocking you for that. It's okay if you're comfortable enough in your skin to say, hey, I like the same sex. It's nothing wrong with that. The thing is that it is new to some people. Because we always want to live in the past when we're talking about slavery and racism. Well, let's look at the past when we're talking about this issue. If you go back to the late 70s, 60s, 80s, and the early 90s, the early part of the 90s, you didn't see the things that you see on TV. You didn't hear the things that you hear on TV. You didn't have to worry about censorship, and you didn't have to worry about seeing whatever, because it was the networks made sure that everything that they put out to the world was tasteful. Now it's like we're so quote unquote free that we don't care what we expose to our children and our young people today. Now, the thing about what Lil Baby said, it was wrong. It was disrespectful. It was ignorant because he did not state any facts. And he made some comments that were untrue. But at the same time, we're angry. He's being counseled by some of his endorsers. But we're so quick to do that. But why is it so easy for us to accept everything that everybody does? And then there's certain things that we can't accept. If we're going to be free, be free. Lil Nas X is living his truth. And how do we know that DaBaby, he never referred to Lil Nas X in the clip that I heard? Now, everybody heard Lil Boosie come to DaBaby's defense. And I guess when he mentioned Lil Nas X, but the thing of it is, it's because this is new to us, and we're about living truth. Then we have to say everybody should be able to live their truth, and everybody should be able to tell. Now, if I say something, it should be intellectual. It should come from a place where I've done my research, and it should be, my delivery should be correct. And it shouldn't be to offend anybody. But why are we so angry and so quick to get angry? Ask DaBaby why he said what he said. All of these platforms are speaking on it, and it's their top story, or they're bringing it up. Bring him on the platform, and then if you can educate him, educate him. But we're so quick to cancel. Get him out of here. But this is new. Lil Nas X offends some people. We're not going to cancel him because we want to make the LGBT community feel like, hey, you're included. They are people. They are human beings, and we should respect them. We can't be mad at their choices. But what we can say is, you can't make me accept you throwing it in my face. Just like I can't make you accept me saying something about you or to you. But we have rights, so to speak. But we shouldn't always speak in ignorance. I think that's the biggest thing. And I think that's what we have to learn. We have to learn how. But the thing that's missing is compassion and love. We don't have love for one another anyway. So it's easy for someone to be disrespectful because we're just disrespectful anyway. Because we don't have love for one another. We don't have compassion for one another. We don't understand that some people have a struggle that we don't know anything about. And so what we do is we're so quick to say something in ignorance because it's so easy to hop on these platforms, YouTube and Instagram, and then a video goes viral and you're the hot topic of the day. And then some of it catapults people to higher levels in their careers. And what is that about? Because the world loves controversy, and we're not about love. So when you come with the respect Lil Nas X, respect the LGBTQ community. If you don't, you have a strong possibility of being canceled if you say the wrong thing. But at the same time, these videos go viral and you give it so much traction because it's everywhere. CNN. I mean, that's a huge platform to talk about that 5 or 6 minute, 6-second clip of what DaBaby said about HIV and gays and women. That's a huge platform to talk about that. So you probably got him canceled by Boo, but you probably made him a bigger star after that because you gave his ignorant comments the type of traction that it needed. when we're not even able to sit down and have open dialogue about these issues and these situations and what's going on in the world today. We can't even have civil conversations and open dialogue about those things. So when someone decides to say something provocative, we get upset. And let me pull up what rapper T.I. had to say about it. When CNN brought it up, rapper T.I. said, if you're gonna have Lil Nas X video and him living in his truth, you're gonna explicit word, have people like DaBaby who gonna speak their truth. And the video that he's referring to, I gotta learn how to do this thing with YouTube and all these platforms with being, because I really wish I could pull up the clip of the Lil Nas X video where he is giving the devil a lap dance. Not gonna speak on it, not gonna say anything about it, but I will say this to end the video. Let's reprogram our thinking. Yes, live your truth. But we also have to realize that when we talk about living our truth, we have to know what the truth is. Until next time, YouTube, remember, being right is not that important if you're not living right. So, let's reprogram our thinking and let's get back to love. Peace. Thanks for listening.